It's August 2nd, 2012. That means the BYU football season is just 4 weeks away. The opener against Washington State will be over at Lavelle Edwards Stadium, but Jared Lloyd, Daily Herald sports editor, here with Jason Franchuk, BYU football columnist, here at the first practice of fall camp for 2012. Jason, what was your impressions from today?
It feels like fall, Jared, but it doesn't feel like fall. We got this 7 p.m. sun lasering onto our skin here, but good to be back. You know, interesting to see these guys. It's obviously everybody's watching Riley Nelson, but there's a lot of situations around that you want to watch. What stood out to me, really, Jared, was the offensive line, just how thin these guys are. And they're not small guys by any means. We're not dealing with Smurfs here, but they average about 306 pounds, which is about 15-20 below. And Mark Weber's just ecstatic about what the group's accomplished. We know that BYU talked a lot in the off-season about diet and good habits there, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few weeks with injuries and cramping, all this stuff that we're used to seeing in the heat. But pretty good start for a first day. I mean, we don't know a ton right now, they don't know a ton right now, but it seems like a confident group that the coaching staff was willing to get on early because it is such an experienced group.
Well, I noticed the same thing as far as conditioning goes. I mean, it's hot out here today. It was in the upper 90s was the forecast today, and I bet it's at least that out on the field. And these guys went from 2.5 hours out there, and they were able to keep going, and I didn't notice any real drop-off, just because of the heat and I thought their conditioning looked really good across the board, but like you said, the offensive line looked particularly good, because these are the type of days that I've seen, those big guys a lot of times sometimes they start dragging. But what did you think about Nelson coming out first day? He's been the leader this summer, and what did you think from what you saw from him?
It's really interesting to watch Riley, especially Jared, on the sidelines and see how he interacts with guys and just that leadership people really like to see. I remember seeing him at one point with Ross and Cody. They were all dropped to one knee and just kind of talking, and sometimes talking football, and it seemed like at some points they were having a good laugh, and these guys have been here before.
Because as a fifth-year guy and someone who's been in the program a long time, I knew exactly what I was doing, but as a quarterback, you have to make sure all the 10 guys know what they're doing. So if I have to spend more time in the huddle and helping guys know what it is that they got to do, then I'm going to do that, because today, although the energy was there and we executed well at times, the consistency wasn't, and so that's what we need to improve on.
Riley's kind of got, in some ways, that reckless reputation, as far as he's got a little longer hair and he likes to run and things like that, but he's very methodical in the way he thinks about the sport. Very smart guy, knows what he wants, knows how he wants to gear in the next few weeks, but they've got a leader right now, and I think that means as much to this program as anything. And also, Jared, not to have a quarterback battle, I think, is a very healthy thing for this particular group right now after what they've been through the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I don't think there's going to be any issues as far as that goes. Again, this was the first day. There was a lot of work they still got to do. The execution wasn't there. I thought they performed very well as far as energy and effort, but they've got a lot of things to do in the next 4 weeks before BYU takes on Washington State.
I got to pick up some sunscreen. I'm starting to peel.